Why wait? Let's go live now. A minute and a half early. Welcome along, Wasted Water Sports crew. Nice to have you back as the Six Nations continues. What a game we just witnessed. Italy put on a performance and a half. I mean, it was probably one of the most complete Italian performances that I can certainly recall seeing. All credit to them for a fantastic effort there in their defeat of Wales. Oh, as we've got a moment's silence for Tom Voigt. Jesus. Get out of here. A moth just flew into the side of my head. That was very strange. Dan Jam, ahoy mate, welcome back. I put a cheeky tenner on England to win, by the way. Just so that you know, I've got the faith. Super League kicks off this Thursday. Very cool. Okay, I might have to consider doing that. Yeah, obviously the more and more sports that we cover here, you know, I'm only human. The Wasted Water Sports might have to be renamed the Sobriety World of Sports if I start covering too many things. Because obviously, I just can't drink myself into a stupor every single night. That'd be ridiculous. Super League kicks off Thursday. Very nice. I might have to check it out. As long as I've got access to it. See, the problem is that KO Sports here in Australia, they don't cover every game. So here's a question, Dan Gem, that you may know the answer to. I'm not certain. But yes, not with that attitude. That is a quitter's attitude. That I need somewhere where I'm going to be able to watch all the games is the thing. KO Sports only show a certain amount of games per weekend live. And maybe that's a good starting point for me, though. Maybe I don't want to commit to all the games. Maybe I should just suss out those ones that are available live for me here in Australia and start there. And then look to build if I can. But yeah, because I've got business accounts worldwide. And I can just VPN in and use any service that I want, basically. That's not a brag. I'm just stating exactly how it is. So I'm able to get access to any of those services that I need. So Sky is the main provider. But I actually think it might be a smart idea to just play it by ear, see how the opening couple of games go, the ones that are available to me here in Australia on KO Sports, and go from there. Might be worth checking out, though. Of course, NRL is huge on the Wasted Water Sports channel, and we know that the Super League does have a lot of former NRL players running around over there that would be worth checking out. As the anthems are here, the anthems are taking place, England versus France. And whoever is singing this anthem for England, she is belting it out. An impressive set of vocal cords. Should be a very good game, this one, though. I'm very curious to see how Marcus Smith will do. My boy, Marcus Smith. Playing fullback tonight. Maro Itoje, of course, in the second row. Some of my favourite players are out there tonight in World Rugby. Marcus Smith, although he's playing fullback tonight, as I just said. Maro Itoje, Antoine Dupont for France. So this is going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. I threw a cheeky tenner on England just for the hell of it. I want to see how it goes. Marcus Smith attacking from the back. I love it. I love it. I love what we're about to see. I can feel it. It's going to be a good game. This French team, though, they are immense. They're going to be very difficult to beat. Jalabert, Dupont, the captain. Ken Itoje and co. Marcus Smith. Finn Smith starting at fly half. That's an interesting call. A bold call from the coach. We'll see if it pays dividends. Kickoff about to commence. England versus France. The Six Nations continues. bring this one on. And Dan Jam is so confident he thinks England will do well to finish within 10. Well, we are about to find out, sir. Kickoff seconds away. Wasted World of Sports, of course, here with you live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Twitch, live on Facebook. We're everywhere, man. Bringing you all the action. Your source of alternative commentary. For all your favorite sports. Well, that's not true. All my favorite sports. Let's be honest. England with the kickoff. Time is on. And Finn Smith gets us underway. The crowd roars. We're excited as well. And Alexandre Roumotte takes it down for France. And they go immediately into a rolling maul and pilfer some extra meters. Look for the box kick clearance here. Well, there's no scrum half. There he is. Dupont's there now. And the box kick is set. Dupont makes heavy contact with this. It's a good kick, but only down as far as my man Smith, who floats it back in field. And what in the hell is Ben Earl doing back there? This early in the game. Intercept. Oh, it's charge down. I thought it was an intercept. Charge down. Pressure on England here as France look to drive over the top. But England, they get the troops there. Origami, ahoy there. Welcome along. Short side they go, and a grubber kick in behind the line. Do not tell me that was Tom Willis. You don't want your number 8 doing grubber kicks through behind the line. Jeez. Very bizarre start to the game for England. I mean, first of all, Ben Earl is back hanging out with the fullback for a kick return. And now your number 8's putting grubber kicks through. Dupont with the box kick clearance. Finds space. It bounces kindly for Smith, who dummies the kick, pops the pass off the shoulder, wraps around and spills it forward. Well, the idea was right there, but the execution just lacking. And this will be the first scrum of the game. Marcus Smith bangs the hands in frustration. He knows that was on. And, yeah, he started well from fullback. Despite this error in the contact. Not a bad start. Look, I would have kept him at fly half, I'm not going to lie, but trying something new. They have to try something new, England, don't they, Dan Jam? They're in a situation where they do need to change it up a wee bit. As Swing Low, Sweet Chariot has broken out early tonight. Well, the crowd are up for this one, if nothing else. And we crouch for the first scrum of the game. This is what we like to see. This is what die-hard rugby fans love to see. The piggies getting into their work up front. I was one of those piggies once. Back in my younger days. I've just completely missed my mouth. Part of the reason why I have depth perception issues in my later years is from being one of those piggies up front. 3 minutes gone in this one, the first scrum of the game. France with the feed. It's very solid. Boring in a little bit on an angle here, England. But Dupont brings it out and kicks for the corner. Space out wide here, but it's overcooked and into touch on the bounce. There was an opportunity there. Damien Pinot charging onto the ball. Had it bounce kindly for him. They were a red-hot chance. Oh, I'm nervous, Dan Jam. I'm nervous. I'm not feeling so good about this decision anymore. It took me 3.5 minutes to completely go off the boil. Throw into the line out. We can't possibly... That's got to be leftovers from the last stream, right? This stream on TikTok could not possibly have 1,000 hearts already. Wow. I'll tell you what, though. If that is accurate, a big cheers to whoever has been there thumping the screen Getting us up to 1,000 likes already. Cheers to that person or people. France in possession now, creeping inside England territory and space down the left-hand end for Barassi. Passes back in field, and England come away with it. Clearing kick from Mitchell up over halfway. No advantage. And we'll come back. The knock-on from France. Some enterprising play early, though. France have stretched England on both edges. Some worrying signs. No score here, 5 minutes gone. And we're about to see the second scrum packed down. Wasted Water Sports, of course, live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook, live on Twitch. I can't see the Facebook and Twitch chat rooms, just so you know. People on Twitch and Facebook, trolls and supporters alike, I do apologize, I can't see your messages. We're working on getting it set up so that I can, but for now, I'm afraid I can't. But thank you for joining us over there on those platforms. Please don't think I'm purposely ignoring you. I just can't see. Scrum down here for England. Mitchell with the feed as they bind, and that is a stalemate at scrum time. Goes to ground on the French side, and that'll be a penalty to England. That was a solid scrum for both sides, but eventually Antonio collapses under the pressure. And England can thump this away upfield. Try and mount some sort of attack. No score early in this one. Dan Jam says, now that we've started, I've got the red. He's failed to find touch. Oh no, who kicked that? You can't be missing touch. And France now return the ball just outside to the England 22. And Slade with the high ball chasing his own kick. Ramos backs into the 22 and clears it. Gets a nice bounce. Skids along the turf and into touch. Marcus Smith thinks about going quickly. Wow. That's a big mistake from England early. You've got to find your touch off a penalty kick. France, the clear-cut favourites to win this tournament. Clear-cut favourites to win this game. England are going to have to do everything absolutely perfect. They secure the line-out ball with the throw to the middle. And it's the big number 8, Tom Willis, who sets up the ruck in midfield. Mitchell has it at the back. Box kick clearance. High and contestable. Racing through is Freeman. Puts pressure on, but taken in the air. A penalty for France. He never made an effort to attack the ball there, Tommy Freeman. Just went straight in to make a nuisance of himself and distract Luis Bielberry. Well, a couple of mistakes quickly, back-to-back for England, and France now with the line-out throw. Time off here. Somebody's getting looked at in back play, but yes, a little bit of a back-to-back errors, putting pressure on themselves here, England. We were just talking about they've got to do everything right tonight if they're going to steal a famous victory. Would you say famous victory? Dan Jam, I would say famous victory. Lion Cage, ahoy there. Yes, Six Nations, rugby. England versus France. I've been looking forward to this game all weekend. So excited for it. Marcus Smith, Antoine Dupont, a couple of my favourite international players. Both involved in the game. Hoping for a good one. Based on the quality of the French side, it would be a famous victory, suggests Dan Jam. I'm all in on this one. I've gone all in on England. Look, I think France will win. I predicted France to win undefeated. Ireland are probably their biggest threat. but I have predicted France to win undefeated this year. But for whatever reason, I don't really know what happened. It's like I just woke up this morning and went, you know what? I'm going to go for England. Bugger it. Mavaka throws to the front of the line out and France secure it. Driven backwards in the rolling maul. And now it gets going forward and they've got great shape here. England scramble and get back. Itoje brings it to ground. Reaches in over the top. But France maintain possession. England told to release now. The tackler, Dupont. Out to Aldrit. Bowden crawls forward another couple of meters. Now France send it wide to the right. Space opens up for them. Dummy in and going through is Ramos. And he's brought to ground. 10 out from the line. Opportunity here for France early. Big defensive pressure. Flying up and putting the hit on and forcing the mistake was Tom Curry. What an effort. He picked the receiver. Read the play like a book, as they say, and puts a huge hit in. But that was a nice sweeping backline play from France. Worrying signs early here for the English defence, but apart from that, Curry racing up out of the line and forcing the mistake. Noah B, ahoy mate. Noah B says, Penrith lost. I thought they would have won. Just a trial game. I don't think there's really, honestly, too much to take away from it for either side. These preseason games, of course, are legitimately, very legitimately trials. None of the superstars were out there for either team. 9.5 minutes gone here in this one. No score. England will have the scrum down inside their own 22. About 10 metres away from the screen on that left-hand edge. Crouch. Bind. Set. And these two big forward packs come together again. Solid foundation. Mitchell out to Slade. Slade clears. Slightly askew off the side of the boot. Not a lot of meters made. And France will stay on the attack here from this line out. About 30 meters out, they'll have the line out throw. To the middle, they release it quickly. Tapped down. And Aldrit sets up the ruck. Dupont goes quick. Fires it out to Cross. Cross sets it back for Dupont again. Quick ball out to this left-hand edge once more. And now the kick through in behind the line. Finds space. And England are happy to just watch this dribble into the in-goal area where they plant it down. And France have been pinged for offside. Oh, England have been pinged for offside. And this will be the opportunity at first points. You would expect France might step up and take the three here. Right out in front on the 40-metre line. Gift three-pointer. And the first points of the game are potentially not far away. 1,756 hearts over there on TikTok. Cheers. I mean, this is only 11 minutes old. So there is somebody or a few people tapping away wildly at the screen there on TikTok. Thank you very much. As Ramos lines this up from right in front, 40 meters out. 11.5 minutes in, looking for our first points of the game. Ramos hooks it to the left and it misses. The crowd explodes in a chorus of cheers. I can't believe he has missed that. I could have kicked that. Well, probably not in that pressure cooker environment, let's be honest. 12 minutes gone, and England given a reprieve, an almighty one. 22-metre restart. It's taken by Pierre. He steps the first defender. That was Freeman. But he's just danced past with ease. France now send it into midfield to set up the ruck. Miofu. Oh, that's my mate, the Pokemon. Emmanuel Miofu. Sounds like a Pokemon. Bielberry again steps back in field. Itoji brings him down. They're still 40 metres out from the line, going backwards here. And this tackle, England look to counter ruck, but France release it quickly. Down to the right-hand edge they go. Jalibert looks to grub her through, and it's deflected off the English defenders, and they've lost ground now. France retreating, scrambling, but here come the English defenders piling in. Dupont's got it at the back of the ruck. They've done well there, France, to recover possession and secure the ball, but they've lost so much yardage now. Referee says use it. And Dupont clears. Down to Smith. Marcus Smith, that is. Now runs it back. Holds the pass up nicely. And Earl is running with him. Now that is clearly something that is pre-planned here. Earl is constantly back there lurking with Smith as this ball spills free. And France break away. Bielberry in space. Steps back in field. And he's brought down now 40 out from the England line on this near touchline. Loose pass back to Jalibert in midfield. Through the hands they go. They've got an overlap out to the right. Offload back to Bodant. Ball spills out. Play on. Jalibert out to Pinot, who spills it under no pressure at all. And now a little bit of push and shove from Slightholme and Pinot getting into it on the sideline. I'll tell you what I like, Dan Jam. England bringing the aggression here tonight. Look at this. Just a little shoulder in the back, letting Pinot know about that mistake. And then, oh, they swapped spit there for sure. Well, I hope that was spit. Otherwise, it was boogers. You saw the big gob of it slipping out there. And this is actually going to be a penalty. It's going to be a penalty to France for that shoulder in the back. Is it? No. Okay. Oh, thank God. I thought they were going to penalise him for that little shoulder in the back. Knock on, though. Common sense prevails. Scrum down here for England. 14 minutes gone, no score. England have been stuck down their own end. Gianpaolo Di Lallo, I hope I said all of that correctly, says, come on, England. Yes, come on, England. For some reason, I've decided I'm going for England tonight. Oh, because I put money on them. That's why. That makes sense. Scrum down. Mitchell feeds. Free kick to England. France with the early wheel. And that's a short arm free kick. Now, is this inside the 22 or just outside? It's just outside. Well, that's painful. Because obviously, if we're inside, they could just thump this into touch. But Slade has got to go deep or just put this in the air. He puts it in the air. And they race through to put pressure on. And this has been lost forward. And scrum down on halfway. Lost forward by England. Scrum down for France. Pretty much on the halfway line, about 10 in from touch on that far side of the field. $16 gone, no score. This game is tense. It's tight. It's aggressive. This is rugby. I love it. I'm so glad that we decided to cover the Six Nations in 2025. We tried our hand at it in 2024. I enjoyed it enough to go again in 2025, and I've loved every single minute of it so far. 16 and a half gone. France gave away a free kick for an early wheel last scrum. They've got the feed on this occasion. Dupont puts it in. Stalemate at scrum time again. England get a big shunt on for France. Bring the ball out. Space out to the left again, but the kick goes through. In behind Smith. Has Smith got Earl back there with him again? No. He's got Slide home, but he dummies and goes on his own, Smith. Now kicks from inside the 22 up towards the halfway line. Oh, Marcus Smith. You've got to love him. A nice clearance up towards halfway. Well, I tell you what, you thought he was good at fly half. If you're like me, a solid fly half. He is excelling at the back at the moment. Movaka. An underarm throw into the line out from Movaka. Didn't know you were allowed to do that. Cheeky little line-out move there from France. It's kind of like an underarm serve in tennis, isn't it? Dupont kicks into the 22. England happy to let it bounce, and it's going to sit up in the end goal. Careful that this doesn't bounce back into the field of play. Well, Mitchell picks it up and runs back into the field of play anyway. Thumps it upfield, doesn't find touch. Dupont takes it, and he's got Jalabert with him, who links back up with Dupont to Pinot. Pinot steps back in field, and now Ramos changes direction back to the short side. England in over the top of this ball, and Tom Curry wins the turnover penalty. Fantastic work at ruck time there, Tom Curry. The clean out failed, and he was all over that ball. 18 minutes, 20 seconds gone. This game's racing by. As I always say, the sign of a good game is when it just flies by. And England put this into touch just outside the 22. Over on that far side of the field. England running from left to right on the screen. Cowan Dickey throws to the middle. Itoje feeds it back for Mitchell. They release it immediately into midfield. And a big tackle on Lawrence. Mitchell goes quickly again. Ben Smith up to Slightholme. Slightholme's inside the 22. Mitchell catches them napping around the ruck. Pops the pass up for Willis. Willis is 10 out now. Here come England. Rampaging towards the post. France might have got the turnover. No, it's still there for Mitchell. To Finn Smith. Dummies. Goes on his own. Brought down 5 out. Mitchell looks right, ends up going left, back towards the posts. They're so close now, England. Numbers to the left. Lawrence bumps off. Can't get the ball free. Penalty to France, though. They just got in each other's way, I think. France tap and go quickly. Itoje brings him to ground. Fights for the ball. Itoje rips it away. Dupont has got it. Numbers now for France. Berry steps back in field and is brought to ground, 40 out. Pops the pass back in field to Ramos. Ramos has got Dupont on the outside, and Dupont drops it. With the line was wide open, and Dupont has spilt the ball. 20 minutes gone, still no score, but they have completely fluffed one here, the French. Helter-skelter stuff from both sides, end to end. Ramos had Dupont unmarked on the outside, and he drops the ball cold. What a let-off. That is a huge let-off there for England. in the pressure cooker environment of this match. A big mistake has just been made. Oh, this game is frantic. It's chaotic. I love it. Options here for England. Knock on or line out. They've taken line out. Cowan Dickey with the throw. This is a pressure throw. Goes to the front. France steal it. Dupont fires it across to midfield. France back in possession. 10 metres out from the line. Dupont goes quickly, holds the pass up. Well defended, tight around the ruck here from England. Dupont again. Up to Miofu. 5 metres out. France still on the attack. Through the hands now out to the left. They go, and Ramos spills it. Another unforced error. Well, it's Pinot. Damien Pinot with his second drop ball. Where's Slightholme to come over and give him a little shoulder in the back to remind him of it? Oh, France have let them off the hook again here. Well, I don't want to speak out of place or too soon, but with these errors letting England off the hook, the French coaching box can't even look. They're not used to making these mistakes. Neonello, ahoy, mate. What can we have for the footy? We've got sip per over for the cricket. What can we have for the footy? A little bit of an injury stoppage here, but what a frantic start to this game. Still no score. That is the pressure of this game so far, but it's been largely dominated by France as far as territory and possession, I dare say. I think that's fair to say at this point. "22 minutes gone, no score." And now England still under the pump here, still down their own end. This is a big scrum right in front of the posts, about 7 metres out. The scrum binds. They set. England feed. Stalemate at scrum time again. They bring it out quickly. Mitchell clears. Up over halfway, but taken by Ramos. Ramos runs back into England's half. His teammate gets in his way there, and he comes to ground just inside England territory. They lose 5 metres here, back to the halfway line. Dupont puts the little kick through, stabs it in behind the line. One of the French players has fallen over. Play on, says the referee. And now England return the kick upfield. Nobody back here for France. Pinot gets back, gives it to Ramos, who kicks back downfield. Taken on the full inside the 22 by Slade. And Slade's got an eternity here to set up this clearing kick. And he thumps it away up over halfway, where France will get the line-out throw. And England win that little battle of foursome backs. Oh, foursome backs. What a great game. Used to play that at high school, right? Good lot of fun. 23 and a half gone. Still no score here. France, Movaka throws to the front of the line-out. Cross sets up the rolling maul. France rumble forward up to the halfway before it goes to ground. Dupont's got it at the back of the ruck. Box kick here for Pinot to chase. It's high and contestable. Lost forward by France, and this will be a scrum down for England. 24 minutes gone, no score. France have had the better of the opportunities to get points on the board, a missed penalty goal, and 2 completely bombed tries. Well, one most definitely. 100% one was dead set bombed. The other one maybe not so much. But they were on the attack, 5 out from the line, so it was a big time to come up with a costly error. The scrums have been interesting, intriguing battle. Neither team able to get any sort of advantage. They bind again. Set. And again. Stalemate at scrum time. Neither team giving in. It collapses. Told to use it. Mitchell brings it out. To Slade. Smith. To Smith. The kick is charged down. And this is loose in back play. England scramble back for it. Well done to scoop that up. Alex Mitchell gets away from 1. Gets away from 2. And he's done extremely well there, Alex Mitchell. Smith gets in and plays scrum half. Earl sets up another ruck. Mitchell's back on his feet. Look for the box kick clearance now. As Mitchell rakes it back. There's the box kick clearance straight into touch. No, it doesn't find touch. It's taken on halfway by Ramos. Back in field to Pinot. Pinot is steps away from Itoji. And France straight up the middle. Gross plants it back for Dupont. Numbers to the left here, France, and that's where they go. Ramos steps back in field, though. He's brought to ground. England don't commit to the ruck, keeping their defensive line intact. In front of the post here, about 30 metres out. Driven backwards in the tackle, but now Miofu brings it out for Bielberry, who spills it. Play on, says the referee. And England come away with the ball anyway. A little bit of justice there for that missed call. And England secure the loose ball. They look to set up a ruck here for Mitchell to clear. Told to use. Mitchell's got it at the base of the ruck. Fires it out to Smith, who steps the attempted charge down and thumps this away upfield. Taken on the full by Ramos at the back. Ramos offloads to Bodent. And England are over the top of this. They pile in and win the turnover. A huge penalty. And they can finally get themselves out of their own half. France not releasing. Lawrence. Ollie Lawrence there, I think it was. On his feet, straight over the top of this ball. He was onto it in a flash. And he had some help there from Tom Curry. Huge effort on defence from England. They've had to do a lot of defending, and they've been stuck bringing the ball out of their own end. Here is their opportunity now. Slade, missed touch earlier. Makes sure of it this time. England have a line out, 22 out from the French line. Here's their opportunity. They have had to do a lot of defending. Cowan Dickey throws to the middle, and it's lost forward. France come away with it. They've dropped it in the line out. And Antonio rumbles upfield. Dupont sends it out to the right. Bruising defence in midfield from England. Dupont now chips over the top. Knows that they're under advantage here. But advantage is over, says the referee. Ben Earl comes down with it for England. But they're back inside their own half. Mitchell fires the cutout pass across to Genge. Genge is driven backwards but offloads to Curry as they go close to that far sideline. 28 minutes gone, no score. Itoji backs away from the ruck. Mitchell now puts the kick high. Contestable. Close to the sideline. Tap back from England. Backwards, play on. And France come away with it. The loose ball. Mavaka now leaves it behind him. And Dupont picks up the scraps, runs away. Support in field from Pinot. Kicks for Bielberry. Needs this to sit up, and it does. And France get the first try. Completely against the run of play. More us than class, you've got to say. Right place, right time. Bielberry scores the try in the corner. But we've got to go all the way back. England secured that turnover ball from the high kick. France were just lurking in back play. Slow to get up and retreat. And he just happened to be there to secure the ball. And France break away. The opening try is scored in the corner. Bielberry gets the try. Successfully converted from the sideline. Right down the middle it goes. From Ramos, and France lead 7-0. That's a huge conversion. Well, they've got to be careful here, England, that the heads don't drop. That was completely against the run of play. They've just got to be careful here, England. Don't let the heads drop. And I think that's what Smith is saying there. My boy Marcus Smith is just letting his teammates know, keep your head in the game. England get us back underway. Aldred takes the kickoff, sets up just outside the 22. Look for the box kick clearance here from Dupont. Dupont clears up the middle of the field. Should be taken on the full. Smith gets under it. And he's got Earl back there with him. Earl steps back in field, gets up to halfway. Sets it back for Mitchell. Smith down the short side. Dummies, goes through. Marcus Smith, support out wide, but it's tapped down from France. And lost forward. Lost forward by England. Tapped back by France. Forward by England, but Marcus Smith halves them up, my boy. "32 minutes gone. 7-0 France. First knock on blue, second knock on white. It's going to be an England feed to the scrum. Chaotic opening first half. They need a big scrum penalty here, England, so that they can get themselves down inside the 22. Mount an attack. They crouch. Bind. And set. Stalemate at scrum time again. Mitchell feeds. Neither side giving up an inch at scrum time. Freeman up to the 22. Plants it back. Mitchell fires out to the left for Finn Smith. Kicks in behind the line. Ramos secures it 5 out from the French line. England pile in. Drive over the top. The counter ruck is good. England can't quite win it. Dupont somehow comes away with it for France. And box kick clearance. Screaming for it in midfield is Slade. Slade heads up. Attacks the right-hand side. Short pass for Freeman. Beats one. Gets the arms free. Where's his support? Mitchell wrapping around the back. Grubbers into the end goal. And it's carried dead over the end goal from Cross. Now, were there any English players, any English attackers taken out here? Tommy Freeman to Mitchell. The grubber kick through. Five-metre scrum for England. Here is a big opportunity now. The scrums have been solid for both teams. Been rather a stalemate situation. And the referee just wants to have a look at something here. The TMO's in his ear. And, yep, let's go. Told, let's just play on. We're going. 5-metre scrum for England. This is their opportunity to strike back. "34.5 minutes gone in this very engrossing first half. I knew that this game was going to be a classic, and it is set up nicely at the moment. 5-metre scrum. England with the feed. Crouch. Bind. Set. Stalemate again. Neither forward pack. Once more, give it an inch. Mitchell's got it at the back. Brings it out. Freeman steps away from one. They're a couple of metres short now, England. Crash ball. But the French defence holds firm. In over the top, trying to win the ball away. Freeman steps back in field. Freeman's close. Centimetres short, Tommy Freeman. Itoje tries to burrow under. He's held up and driven backwards. Still half a metre out here, England, looking for a penalty advantage. There it is! Penalty advantage. They pick and go. France get in and look to spoil. Mitchell fails to get the ball out. Leaves it for the forwards to pick and go again. Now a pop pass, one out from the ruck. It's loose on the ground. Finn Smith loses it. Freeman to Lawrence. Lawrence with the fend and plants it down under the post. But I think there's been a knock on here. I think there's been a cheeky little knock on. It's going to go up as a try. But they need to check the knock on. Otherwise, we're coming back for the penalty. That's back, that's back, that's back. Lawrence with the fend, and this is going to be a try. Ollie Lawrence has scored under the post. I've seen the replay. On-field decision try. They're just checking the knock on. Try is given, and we're about to be all locked up. Come on, Dan Jam. That was pretty impressive. Conversion successful. It's 7-all. Four minutes until the halftime break. England and France, 7 apiece. This game is everything that I'd hoped it would be and more. Armin, ahoy, mate. Welcome along. Look, I've predicted France to win the Six Nations undefeated, but I'm going for England tonight. One of my... nearly a big tip tackle there, unintentionally. One of my favourite players, Marcus Smith, starting at fullback tonight. I'm used to seeing him start at fly half, of course. But he has very quickly become one of my favourite rugby players. And we come back for a penalty to England. Obstruction from France. And we're 3 minutes to go till the halftime break. It's a long-range kick at goal, but do they take it? A long way out. England are putting it into the corner. It was a rather ambitious kick at goal. To the corner they go. 2 minutes to go till the halftime break. Cowan-Dickey throws to the front. Willis brings it down. Mitchell brings it out quickly and they drop the ball. Play on, says the referee. For how long? DuPont fires it out. Ramos steps back to the short side and it opens up for him. He's got no support. Ripped away from England and they'll come back for the knock-on. The crowd boos because it was on there for England. But the right call was made there. Knock on. 38 and a half gone. 7-all in this very engrossing game of rugby. As it stands right now, this is one of the most tense, tough, exciting games of rugby that I've seen in recent memory. This is worthy of a World Cup final. I don't think that's too bold a statement. Worthy of a World Cup final. A lot like the Ireland game last week, says Dan Jam. As the scrum sets, it's been stalemate at scrum time all match. England look to put a big shove on. Dupont sends it out to Jalibert to clear. Up over halfway, a fantastic kick. Finds the turf, finds the angle, and clears well inside England territory. That is a great kick from Jalibert. As it stands, it looks like we're going into the halftime break in a deadlock scenario. 8 seconds to go. They've just got to get through this line out, basically, England, without giving anything away. France, as you expect, get up and look to spoil, but Itoje comes down with it. The rolling maul is set. Time is up on the clock. And the next stoppage will be halftime. Mitchell, I'm sure, is happy to just plug it into touch. He is. And the referee blows the whistle for half-time. Whoa, everybody, myself included, needs a break after that. Marcus Smith has been immense at fullback. Just when I thought I couldn't love the man anymore, they've moved him to fullback, and he's gotten even better. You reckon that's fair to say, Dan Jam? Any other England supporters in the chat room? Is my love for Marcus Smith misplaced? I'm so curious to know what the English supporters think. Honestly, I would love to have him play for the All Blacks. And I tell you what, I wouldn't mind Dupont either. Certainly some high-quality players running around in World Rugby at the moment. 7-all at half-time. What an amazing game this has been so far. Well worth getting up early in the morning for here, for me. 3:30 a.m. Obviously, it's like prime time. Prime rugby time. Yeah, Dan Jam, but what I'm saying is they don't show every game live. They only showed 2 or 3 live games per weekend. So what I was after, and the reason why I was saying I should just VPN into Sky, is so that I get all the games live. They show them all on delay here. We get like 2, maybe 3 games a weekend that are actually live, and the rest are broadcast, but they're on delay. There's obviously not a whole lot of point doing commentary on a delayed broadcast. That's the problem we have here in Australia for following the Super League. On the BBC as well. Oh, nice. I wonder if BBC's got like a streaming service. Because there'd be a lot more stuff on BBC, I should imagine, that I'd be interested in watching as well. They've got all my favourite Britcoms. Probably. Half-time here, though. 7 points all. A huge contest between France and England. This game, everything that I expected it to be. and possibly so much more. I think we are in for a blockbuster finish. I'm going to have myself a quick break. Thank you for being with me so far. Second half coming up after this. Wasted World of Sports. Bring on that second half. Can't wait. I'll be right back. Halftime here. Wasted World of Sports. Live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Twitch, live on Facebook. Apologies to Facebook and Twitch. I can't see the chat room. We're working on that for future streams. But at the moment, I can't see. I've only got access to the TikTok and the YouTube chat. So, Facebookers and Twitchers, please don't think I'm ignoring you on purpose. I just simply can't see those chat rooms at the moment. And trolls over on those platforms, I apologize. I do like to have some fun with the trolls as well. But unfortunately, I can't see any of your comments either at the moment. Halftime here, 7 points all. And this game is every little bit as tense and tough as I expected it to be. And I've been enjoying it so much. Some quality running around out there tonight. DuPont, Marcus Smith, my boy. Very rapidly becoming one of my favorite international rugby stars, Marcus Smith. As I said right before the break, would love to have him at the All Blacks. Be a fantastic addition to the squad. Seven all, just the one try apiece. You've got to say that France bombed a couple as well. One, most definitely, when DuPont dropped the ball, of all people, with the try line wide open. Pinot also dropped the ball when they were hot on the attack. Not so certain a bomb try on that occasion, but it was an opportunity that went begging because of the unforced error. Nonetheless. So a couple of wet and a missed penalty goal as well. Points have been left out there for France. That is for sure. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be anything huge. I'm just wondering if they're offering me any sort of cash out offer at the moment on this bet. Yeah, still $8.75. I wasn't expecting anything. I was just curious. No name. Welcome along there. Which sports? This here tonight, 7-all England, France, Six Nations rugby is what we're covering tonight here on the Waste of Water Sports. Halftime break. 7 points all in a very tense game that looks like it is set to go down to the absolute wire. And I, for one, am here for it, even if it is 3:40 a.m. Tommy Oiku. Will I cover AFL when it begins? I won't be, personally, but we are contemplating AFL becoming part of the channel. It just won't be me. It'll be somebody else commentating. But we have been talking about diving into some AFL games. Not me personally, but the Wasted Water Sports channel, the Wasted Water Sports crew. Somebody else from the team might be covering it. Not me, though. As I already have more than enough on my plate with Six Nations, NRL, Super Rugby, Super League, the ICC Champions Trophies coming up. Oh, God. I'm actually making myself very tired thinking about everything that's coming up. A lot of sports action coming up in 2025. But, I mean, this is what we do now. I mean, that's what happens. It's funny, we started off doing NRL and NRL alone. And it's just slowly branched out into all these other tournaments. And I'm loving every single minute of it. But yeah, it's been discussed, Tommy. Long story short. As I said, it wouldn't be me. It'd be somebody else bringing in the action. Still half-time here. 7 points all. Certainly one of the best Six Nations games that I've had the privilege to be part of. If not one of the best games of rugby that I've had the pleasure to be part of. The second half will be getting underway soon. England have played well, but let's be honest, France have left some points out there. Probably could have been ahead a lot more comfortable. Well, they could have been ahead, period. But they could have been ahead quite comfortably, couldn't they? 2 tries potentially went begging. 1 definitely. And a missed penalty goal. So potentially anywhere from 10 to 17 points that have been left out there. And the scoreline would have looked very different, of course, in that scenario. What will the second half bring? We're not far away from finding out. Just waiting for the arrival of both teams back out onto the park. 7 points all at the break. We couldn't have asked for anything too much better, right? As the Six Nations 2025 continues. Wasted World of Sports, live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook, live on Twitch. And also, I can share, it's not really relevant to the Six Nations. We were a little bit late for Six Nations fantasy and Six Nations tipping. But for those that are interested, wastedsports.com.au/games is the website to check out. And over there, we will have links to all our upcoming, completely free to join, tipping and fantasy competitions for season 2025. It's all NRL at the moment, but we'll also be doing Super Rugby. So we'll have that coming up as well. But wastedsports.com.au/games. That's where all our fantasy and tipping leagues will be gathered in one place with the join codes. Completely free to come and challenge the Wasted World of Sports crew as the 2025 season kicks on. There's probably even one for Super League. I don't know how I would go in a Super League fantasy, but there's probably a Super League tipping contest somewhere. Maybe Dan Jam can hook us up with one. As the teams are out for the second half. 7 points all. This game potentially going down to the wire. Dan Jam says hopefully not another 60-minute collapse. I don't know enough of the players in the Betfred Super League to be able to do any sort of challenging fantasy team, but I reckon we could certainly do tipping if there's one available. Second half about to start. France will have the kickoff. The second half has got a lot to live up to after that first 40 minutes. Jalibert gets us underway. Mitchell's under it for England. Immediately clears it. Not a lot of distance. And France will have the line-out throw on the 40-metre line. England's half of the field on this near touch line. They go quickly. Movaka goes to the middle. It's tapped down for Dupont. Through the back line they go now. France immediately creating some inroads. Ramos on the wraparound. It's Pinot, sorry. Glance it back. Advantage to France for a knock-on. 22 out from the line. This has been a rapid start to the second half. France, they've obviously had a stern talking to in the sheds, and they've come up with the dropped ball. But the referee will say no advantage, and we'll come back for the original knock-on against England. Geordie, Aussie, ahoy, mate. Good morning. 3:47 a.m. What the hell are we doing up? I'll tell you what we're doing up. This is one of the most exciting games of rugby I've seen in a very long time, is what we're doing up. First scrum of the second half, a minute and a half in. It was a stalemate at scrum time in the first 40. We've got injury stoppage here for Tommy Freeman, getting some work done in back play. The referee's just wandered over to suss out potentially the legitimacy of it all. And he might just have words in a minute here, the referee, and say, look, if this is serious enough, you might want to take it off the field. Because we've got to get moving. Got a game to keep playing. And that's what he said. We're going to play on. He can get looked at if he wants. Time is on. Freeman's up. Just like magic. Six Nations rugby, indeed. Crouch. Bind. And set. The scrum down. France feed. 22 out from England's line. And again, stalemate at scrum time. Breaking away from the back is Aldrit. Plants it back for Dupont. He's got Miofu. Dupont finds half a gap, but Itoji wraps him up and drives him backward, and the ball spills free, and England run away with it. Mitchell dummies the kick, goes on a run, now kicks, and there's nobody at the back here for France. England race through and put pressure on. Pinot turns and kicks in one motion. Marcus Smith takes it on the full. Attacks the short side, bursts through, leaves the ball behind, and Biel Berry will race away and score in the corner untouched. No, he steps back in field, fires the pass over the top, and it's been dropped. Oh, what a huge let-off, and now England race away. Slide home, kicks through. There's nobody at the back here for France. Ramos chases back. It's helter-skelter stuff. How did Biel Berry not have the pace to score in the corner? And this has been carried back, surely. Well, that's what England are pointing at here. Marcus Smith busts through the line. It's ripped out by Biel Berry. And how has he not scored? And then pops the pass back for Movaka. And Movaka spills it. Oh, it's another bombed try for France. Surely Biel Berry had the pace there. Cowan-Dickey throws over the top, and France will come away with it. Cowan-Dickey gets that horribly wrong. Dupont on halfway. Pop pass now. France keep it alive and go straight up the middle. And Genge brings him down from behind. And now France spill the ball. Errors creeping in from both teams now. The intensity of that first half just starting to take its toll. This will be scrum down for England. Back and forth play there. That was going from one end to the other. As the referee calls time off, we've got more injury stoppages here for England. 10 handling errors from France. I would love to see the replay of that. I really would. Biel Berry surely had the pace to get into the corner. And I think what happened was, I feel like he thought Movaka was calling for the ball, but I actually think Movaka was waving at him to go for the corner. And he's mistaken that for Movaka calling for the pass. Wasn't really expecting it, and he's dropped it with the line wide open. I think that might be what happened there. I can't understand how Biel Berry didn't have the pace. I called it early and they made a complete tit out of me. England now clear up over halfway. One bounce over the sideline, a great kick. France will have the line-out throw on their own 40-metre line. 3 tries. They've potentially bombed France. 3 pretty much dead set certain tries. All completely butchered. England have to take advantage of these gifts that have been given. Movaka throws to the middle. France come down with it. The maul collapses immediately. But they've fallen over themselves there, France. Dupont's got it in the back of the ruck. Box kick clearance. Very close to the sideline. Taken well and bringing it back in field is Freeman. Sets it up for Mitchell. Fires it across into midfield. France race up and bring England down. Losing meters. Mitchell. And forcing his way through there is Tom Willis with some good go forward. Mitchell again's got it at the back. Antoinette Gerber says, come on, England, get a try. Mitchell with the box kick. A little too much distance on this one for it to be contestable. Jalibert now draws in the defender. Bielberry chips in over the top, but Earl takes it on the full. He's got Finn Smith to Marcus Smith. A loose kick that bounces up nicely for Pinot. Pinot now returns the kick, and it's going to sit up in the end goal. Marcus Smith goes back and will plant it down for the goal line restart. Goal line dropout incoming here for England. 7 minutes are gone in the second half. France have bombed a try. And England struggling to keep up at the moment. Some alarming signs early in the second 40. Finn Smith with the goal line restart. Not a lot of distance. France will return it to the 22. Aldrit is dropped around about 25 out from the line. Dupont now fires it out for Miofu, who just rumbles it up, sets up the ruck. Dupont goes quickly. Penalty advantage. Here comes the tiebreaker. France playing under penalty advantage. Dupont to Bodent. Antoinette Gerber, you're from South Africa. Very nice. Cheers from Australia. Ramos knocks this one on, but we'll come back for the penalty and a shot at 3 here to break this deadlock. They tap and go quickly, but the referee says no, we're nowhere near the mark. 22 metres out, just to the left of the posts. No, actually right in front of the posts. Dead set in front of the posts. And this is a gift 3 points, surely, for Thomas Ramos. Eight minutes 50 gone in the second half. France looking to take the lead. Ramos, it's about 25 metres out in the end, just to the right of the uprights. Still, relatively easy kick. Should be, theoretically. Ramos sets. Moves in, strikes it well. Down the middle it goes. France lead 10 points to 7. Substitutes rolling on now for France. Looks like twins coming out onto the field. And the third twin leaving. "50 minutes gone. 10 points to 7. England get us back underway. They go short. Contestable kick. Well claimed by one of those replacements for France. Penalty for England. And they can strike straight back here. It's not an easy kick, but they'll surely take the shot. France not releasing. Or do you put it into the corner? Bold call. It's certainly not a gift 3-pointer like France had down the other end. They're putting it into the corner. Slade needs to make sure of his touch. They've made a bold call here. Does make sure of his touch, but it's about 15 out from the try line. Probably didn't put that down as far as he would have liked. Big line out throw here from Cowan Dickey. Throws to the middle for Itoji. Loses it backwards. Mitchell picks it up. Goes into contact. And France are over the top of this ball. Mitchell plants it back. Look for the pick and go here. Realising their scrum half is out of play. France pile in. Get hands on the ball and win the turnover. France just went up a gear or two there on defence. They were determined to take that ball back. straight in over the top of that. Two French defenders with hands on the ball. The referee only had one choice to make. Who was he going to credit for winning that turnover? Ellis Genge is off. Finn Baxter is on for England. France with the line-out throw. Just short of halfway. Mavaka goes to the middle, and France secure it with Hugo Orado. Hugo Orado. And now the rolling maul is set. They break away down the short side. Dupont is held up and dragged towards the sideline. Plants it back, and the ruck is formed. Antonio waits, one out from the ruck, rumbles it up. The ball's out. Dupont picks it up. Scrappy ball. But they've still got it here, France. Going through the phases and going upfield. Chip in over the top from Jalibert. Needs the bounce. Loses it forward. England dive on it. No, France have it back. Ramos changes direction. Kicks. And wide open as Bielberry needs the bounce. But getting back for it is Ben Earl, of all people, the number 7, back there in the end goal to ground it. And the big fella does extremely well. The big unit turns, races backwards, gets there before the winger, and plants it down for a goal line dropout. Fantastic effort there from Ben Earl. Potential match saver. Don't want to overstate it, but... And again, a short, not a lot of distance on the restart from the goal line dropout from Finn Smith. And France have the ruck set up in midfield. Pinot wraps around the back and they've spilt the ball. It pops up for Slightholme. And Slightholme takes it up 10 more meters. Knock on advantage and we'll come back for it. We'll come back for the knock on. England will have the scrum feed. And I'll take this opportunity for a quick break. Be right back. Swing low, Sweet Chariot breaks out around the stadium again. England with the scrum feed. 54.5 gone, 10 points to 7. France in the lead. Honestly, could have been so much more. The scrum sets. Stalemate again. Collapses on this far side. Penalty, France. Penalty to France, and it's kickable. England called for pulling the scrum down on their own feed. Finn Baxter's only just come onto the field, the big goof. Well, the substitute prop has let the team down here. He's gone down on this near side. It was called from the touchy. Very kickable 3 points here for France. Well, he's just come onto the field and he's given up 3 points. That's huge. That is a massive, massive moment in the game. The scrums have been a stalemate. Now that the substitutes have started coming on, that's the first real messed up scrum we've seen. J-Joe, ahoy mate. As Ramos puts it on target right down the middle. France lead 13 points to 7. Oh, that is honestly infuriating. Ben Baxter, you great big galoot. Anyway. Oh, well. They put up a good effort, England, and they're not out of it yet by any stretch of the imagination. As Smith goes short with the restart. Taken in the air by Freeman. Offloads for Mitchell. Mitchell steps back in field and sets up the ruck inside the 22. Here they come, England. Baxter with a lot to make up for. Freeman in at scrum half. Smith is in at fly half. Marcus Smith, that is. Back for Mitchell. Finn Smith. Inside ball. Inside the 22. England coming back here. Mitchell runs it to the line. Can't get the ball away to Itoji. Marcus Smith into scrum half again. Is there anything he can't do, this man? Any position he can't play? Finn Smith changes direction. Kicks in behind BL Betty. Flying through the air and taking it and diving over to score. England, Tommy Freeman has won the battle in the air. Tommy Freeman with the try. 13-12, the kick to come. Beautiful sequence of play from the restart. England securing the ball. Setting it up inside the 22. Great vision from Finn Smith. Getting the mismatch. The 7-foot-tall Tommy Freeman against BL Betty. Wins the battle in the air. Fights his way over the line. 2 tries to 1. England. 13-12, and my boy Marcus Smith stepping up for the conversion. 58 minutes gone. Come on, Marcus, don't let me down. Moves in, strikes it, and he's missed it. He's missed it. Oh, the pressure cooker scenario of this game. 13 points to 12 it remains. And that sort of deflated the stadium. Everybody was expecting that he'd be able to put that one over. How big will that miss be? How massive could that be? France get us back underway quickly. Taken by Earl. Brings it back outside the 22. Sets up the ruck. Mitchell. Burrows in. Gets it away to Baxter. He wants one more ruck. Told to use it now. Mitchell will look for the box kick. Clears it up towards halfway. Contestable again. Lost forward by England. I think. Well, I thought the referee called advantage. He seems to have changed his mind. France have it on halfway anyway. Dupont. Back for Jalibert, who takes on the line. Frees it up now for Pinot. Pinot back in field for Jagot. Just outside the 22. Front foot ball here for France. Penalty advantage now as England fail to roll away. Jalibert takes on the line again. He's threatening. Keeping it alive and opening up that left-hand edge. Inside the 22 they go. Dupont to Bale. Held in the tackle and now goes to ground. 5 out from the line. Still penalty advantage. England have to hold on here. George Henry Colombo. I don't know what his name is. Dupont frees it up for Gigoux. 10 out from the line still. Crash ball for Emmanuel Miafu. Dupont again, cut out pass to BL Betty. Gets on the outside and frees up Pinot. And Pinot dives over in the corner. France take the try straight back. Playing under penalty advantage. Dupont releases it with a perfectly timed cutout pass. And BL Betty sums it up nicely. The 2-on-1 situation is created. And he did just enough to get on the outside of the defence. And Pinot dives over in the corner. 18-12, the kick to come. Well, we've seen try after try in quick succession. And Ramos from the sideline. This is a big kick. There's still 20 minutes to go. So long left in this game. Ramos from the sideline, not on the favoured side for a right-footed kicker. He's pushed it off to the right. Grazes the upright and away. 18 points to 12 it remains. Six points the difference. So they're still within that converted try here, England, crucially. 61.5 gone. Finn Smith with the restart. Puts it inside the 22. France look to set up the ruck. Itoje brings him down. Aldrit plants it back. Dupont inside the 22. Carried back, says the referee. Dupont clears. Taken on the full at the back, Marcus Smith. Frees it up there for, is Ben Earl back there with him again. Numbers to the left here, England, but the kick goes over the top. Needs it to sit up for Slightholme. It's thumped away from Ramos and it'll be out on the full. So they'll get the line-out throw here, England. And it's a net gain. Ryan Pritchard, ahoy mate. Ireland, best team on earth. George with the throw. Claimed and immediately released. Smith to Earl, wrapping around his Slade. Marcus Smith now to Lawrence. Lawrence on Bielbetti. Hands on the ball here for France, but can't secure the turnover. Finn Smith pops the pass up beautifully for George. Holds it up for Curry. And Curry goes close. They're 5 out. Front foot ball here. England lose it forward. And it's Marcus Smith. Oh, my boy. He's letting us down. France come away with it and they spill it. Double knock on. France will have the scrum 5 metres out. Marcus Smith punches the turf in frustration. Oh, he just hasn't come through tonight in the clutch moments. It wasn't the greatest pass in the world, let's be honest, in his defence. Big scrum anyway. England could put a big shove on here. 6 points the difference. 63 minutes gone. This is still anybody's game. This is going down to the wire. The Six Nations. It just continues delivering. So glad to be bringing you all the action here on the Wasted World of Sports. Just to the left of their posts here. France 5 metres out. Big scrum. It's solid. England put a big shove on. Dupont realises the threat, releases it, and clears upfield. Well over the halfway line. And it sits up for Marcus Smith at the back. Puts the ball high. Inside the 22, and the mark is claimed easily by Ramos. I believe it is at the back. And again, Marcus Smith, my boy. The execution just lacking. 6 points the difference. Ramos thumps it away upfield. Won't find touch. Probably wasn't looking for it. As England put the ball high. It's going to land outside the 22. Pressure on Ramos. Steps away and finds some space up the middle. Itoje's in over the top. Can't get hands on the ball, though. France secure possession. Dupont. Box kick in over the top. Straight down the throat of Smith. Marcus Smith returns it. Puts on the goose step and almost goes straight through. Brings it back to the 40. Mitchell. Out the back now for Finn Smith. Gets it onto one of his forwards there. I couldn't quite make out who it was. Finn Smith again down this short side to Ben Earl. Sets it up just outside the 22. Mitchell infield to Chesham. Finn Smith again. More ruck play. 5 phases they've gone through here, England. Finn Smith pops it off the shoulder to Slightholme. Just outside the 22. The French defence holds firm for now. Itoje out the back to Lawrence. Lawrence puts a little grubber kick through. And it sits up at the back for Ramos. And now it's lost forward by France. Under the defensive pressure. Lawrence gets the fend on one. Penalty advantage, I think. Mitchell fires it off. Back in field for Jamie George. Now Slade kicks through in behind Bielbetti. And Bielbetti gets back and slides it over the touching goal line. And we come back for the penalty. France offside. Do they take the 3 here? 6 points the difference. 14 minutes to go. 2 tries apiece. Do they look to start equalising some of these penalty kicks? Time off. Oh, Danjam, what do you do, mate? What's the call? Do we take the 3? There's still so much time left. There's plenty of time left on the clock. Decisions. 6 points the difference. Penalty goals have been all that separates the 2 teams at the moment. I'd almost be tempted to keep the pressure on. Go for the try. Injury stoppage here. This is a big call, though. This is a huge call. They'll surely take the 3. We're about to find out. 66 minutes gone, 18-12. Contemplating what they're going to do. It looks like they're setting up to play on here, England. They're going to put this into the corner, I think. Oh, this is a big call. No, they're having the shot. Itoje says, we'll have a shot at the post, thanks. And Marcus Smith steps up. They were teasing us, Danjam, is what they were doing. I feel like the forwards wanted to crack on there. This is not an easy kick by any stretch of the imagination. 22 metres out, 10 in from touch. Over on that far side. This is certainly not a gimme, especially as Danjam has said. No one's really kicking with any confidence tonight. Marcus Smith owes us one, though. He owes us a big moment. 18 points to 12, and I suppose worst case scenario is he misses and they get the ball back. Smith moves in. Missed it. He's missed it. He's hooked it off to the left. Puts it dead in goal. Oh, they should have put it into the corner. The benefit of hindsight. .67.5 minutes gone. 18-12. Both teams are leaving points out there on the park. 22-metre drop restart. England back in possession. Mitchell takes it. Earl gets tangled up with Itoje. But they're up over halfway now. Mitchell to Finn Smith. Grubbers in behind the line. And it's lost forward by France. Picked up. And the second kick through from Slideholm. We'll come back for the scrum for England. 68 minutes gone. Oh, geez. That missed kick becomes a big call now. I feel like the England forwards wanted to crack on. Their body language when Itoje pointed at poles. A couple of the big units up front rocked their heads back in frustration. I feel like they wanted to crack on there and have a go at it. .12 minutes to go, 18 points to 12. 2 penalty goals the difference. It's 2 tries apiece as this one goes down to the wire. Scrum down, 5 in from touch on this near side England feed. The scrum's been under a little bit of pressure since the subs have come on, and it wheels. They need to get it out of there. Penalty to England. Mitchell looks to go quickly. Now, with 10 minutes to go, they almost have to put it into the corner now. They've had their crack at 3. They've got to go for the try now. Finn Smith puts it into the corner, and he gets it. Bang on, perfect. And a line-out throw 5 meters out. Here's the opportunity. They will likely throw to the middle. Jamie George to Itoje. Rolling maul. Jamie George to score the try at the back. The script is written. Jamie George with the throw. Look for Itoje there in the middle. No, Itoje's the decoy. And it's taken down. The rolling maul is set. Breaks away for Curry out the back. They're half a metre short. Pick and go. Wrestling his way towards the line. Half a metre short. England still have the ball. The pick and go. Over the line. Baxter scores. Finn Baxter scores. He's made up for his goof earlier on. Finn Baxter with the pick and go. Scores the try. It's 18 points to 17. The kick to come. Oh my goodness, this game. It is going down to the wire. How's the heart, Dan Jam? How's the heart, English supporters? Big bad Finn Baxter. Oh, he had a lot to make up for. He's made up for it in spades. Big conversion here. Finn Smith has taken over the kicking duties. 70 minutes, 45 seconds gone. 10 in from touch. Finn Smith moves in, strikes it well. It's on target. It holds its line, and it's over. And England lead 19 points to 18. 19 points to 18. 9 minutes to go. My goodness. Oh. How's everybody's heart rate as France get us back underway? Ben Earl secures it. Runs it back towards the middle of the field and sets up the ruck on the 22. Mitchell's got it at the back. He wants one more. Baxter's got it. One more ruck. Look for the box kick now. Mitchell organising the troops. Wants some protection at the back. Told to use it. Mitchell puts it high. Contestable. England are racing through. Putting pressure on Ramos and driving him backwards. France have it. Their own side of halfway. Swing low. Breaks out around the stadium. France are all bunched up in midfield. They've lost about 10 metres here on this play. Told to use it. And the box kick clearance back inside England's territory, but not a lot of distance. Finn Smith now kicks wide for the corner. Taken by Bielberry in space. That's dangerous. Back from Ramos to clear. Marcus Smith will take the mark inside the 22. And he calls it immediately. Just wants to slow things down here, Marcus Smith. 7 minutes to go. 19-18. 3 tries to 2. It's been ill discipline that's let them down. 3 tries to 2 and only ahead by 1 point. Marcus Smith goes with the clearing kick up towards halfway and beyond. It's a good kick. France go quickly. And Ramos at the back puts the high ball up. Marcus Smith under it, takes it well. He's held up in the tackle, though. Now goes to ground. Dupont fights over the top. But Mitchell's got it at the back for England. 7 minutes to go. Itoje's there at the back of the ruck, creating some space here for Mitchell to clear. The box kick is high. England race through, put pressure on Bielberry. Don't take him in the air. They time it perfectly. Drive him backwards. He gets the offload away from Mofana, who returns the kick back down to Marcus Smith. Smith takes it on the full. Steps. Offloads to Finn Smith. Finn Smith kicks it down in behind the French defensive line. And they return it outside their 22 now. Dupont runs out of space. Fires the pass over the top for Pinot. Pinot's in space. Kicks through. In behind the line. Awkward bounce here for England at the back. Pinot scoops it up. Fires it in field for DuPont. Chance now for Pinot. 5 metres out from the line. Quick ruck ball and they score. Here it goes for the corner. Bialbetti scores. France have scored the go-ahead try. Another long-distance effort. Bialbetti gets his second. And that's potentially the winning of the match right there. France, there was nothing doing. DuPont fires the ball over to Pinot. A kind bounce. Well, what's the number 12 onside there? That will be something to look at. But they had numbers out the wazoo here to the left. France, 72 on 1 out to the left. And they had to score. Bialbetti brings it around. The go-ahead try, which is yet to be confirmed. Oh, it's been confirmed now. And the conversion is successful. Well, they raced through that little sequence. Right down the middle. 25 points to 19. Oh, France. Oh, they're tough to beat. Very reminiscent of the All Blacks back in the day. You think they're gone. And they just pull off something completely pulled this out of their rectum. And Bialbetti scores in the corner. Finn Smith with the restart. Inside the last 5 minutes now. Finn Smith goes short. France lose it. England back in possession. England back in possession. Mitchell's got it at the back. Jamie George out the back for Smith. Smith, numbers to the left. Can they free it up? But stepping back in field. No. Elliot Daly. The space was out to the left. Setting up the ruck ball on the 22. Itoje rolls inside the 22 now. Mitchell to Earl. Earl has played out of his skin all night long. Jamie George in at first receiver to Lawrence. Lawrence grubbers in behind the line and over the touch line. 5 metres out from the line. He's overcooked it. 3.5 minutes to go. France with a pressure line-out throw here. 5 metres out from their own try line. And they secure the ball here. France have it at the back. Box kick clearance. 3 minutes to go. Daly thinks about going quickly, but England will have the line-out throw here. 40 metres out from the try line. 3 minutes to go. 6 points the difference. A converted try to go ahead. They'll feel deflated, England. They have to. As Itoje taps it down, but France come away with it. No. Jamie George wrestles the ball away. Held up on halfway. Lost forward by France. Mitchell kicks in over the top. It's going to sit up for Ramos at the back. Play on, says the referee. Earl's there. Counter ruck is good for England. Penalty. Ben Earl has done the job. Oh, Benjamin Earl was right there on the spot to win that ball. Or was it Curry? Well, it was one of the Benjamins anyway. The kick to touch. Oh, it wasn't a good touch finder. They needed a little bit more distance there. 2 minutes to go. 25-19. Jamie George, the veteran. Big line-out throw. They're 15 out from the line. A little too far back. They go to the front and secure the ball. England have got it. The rolling maul is set. Jamie George has got it at the back. They pile in. The maul is still set. France look to defend and repel this attack. Creeping forward here, England. It's a mess. It's a bloody mess. Jamie George has got it at the back. It's still going forward. Mitchell clears it now into midfield. Lawrence out the back to Finn Smith. Pops it up. A beautiful ball. And scoring beside the post is Elliot Daly. Oh, that is a magnificent backline play. And England have scored beside the post. 25-24, a minute left on the clock. And the conversion from almost bang in front. Beautiful backline play. And beating DuPont in the tackle puts an exclamation mark on this game. They can wind down the clock. They've got 20 seconds at least on the shot clock, which means they just have to secure the restart. Finn Smith from right beside the post. 20 on the shot clock. He can just wind this down. And then they just have to secure the restart. 10 seconds. He strikes it. It was almost charged. It was almost charged down, the conversion. England lead 26-25. Time is almost up on the clock. We will get the kickoff. All they have to do is secure the restart. Secure the restart, bang it into touch, and they have pulled off a victory of all victories. France goes straight down the middle. Itoje spills it backwards. England have got it. They pile into France. England have got it, though. Mitchell has it at the back of the ruck. Fires the pass for Finn Smith to clear. And England with a famous victory. The stadium has gone absolutely batshit crazy. And who can blame them? 26-25. England victorious over France. A game that had everything. A seesaw battle all the way to the very end. And such a beautiful set-piece play off the back of line-out ball for England. They saved their best for last. Elliot Daly diving over beside the post. Oh, boy. All right. Van Rensburg, thank you very much for the kind words. Cheers. All right, I'm going to have a quick break. I need to, I think we all just need to take a breath and come down from that. I'll have a quick break and we'll be right back to talk about what we just had the honor of bearing witness to. Oh, boy. Wasted World of Sports, welcome back. 26-25, England. What a moment. Danjam never lost faith. See? Never, ever lost the faith. I'll tell you what, though, in complete and total fairness, they needed to win this, England. They needed to win this. And what I mean by that, France, how many times do you see France bomb so many certain tries, right? Like, it was almost like it was meant to be tonight. France don't normally make mistakes like that. If England didn't take advantage of that for the victory tonight, then who knows? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I think it does. What a game. Six Nations continues to deliver right down to the wire. $26 points to 25. That is one of the most exciting games of rugby that I've ever had the honour to be part of. Karina Kroon says, and France thought they had the best team in the world. Well, let's be honest, they're pretty good. But England were too good tonight. See, Jan Jam, I told you, mate. I had a feeling. That's why I put my money on England tonight. I mean, it was only $10. I had a $10 bonus bet sitting there in sports bet. I went, at $3.05, I'm going to put that on England. So I won myself a cool $20.50 off that game. I wish I had to put more on now. But anyway, that $30 will cover my bets for tomorrow's game. Ireland taking on Scotland as the Six Nations continues. $30 is a bottle of Morgan's. Good Lord, I wish. Cost of living here in Australia, mate. Captain Morgan's are 700 litre are $56 Australian a bottle. Yeah, mate, cost of living here is insane. Man, back in the day when young Dan first started drinking, used to buy a 6-pack of Jim Beams for under $20. That's why we used to drink it. Those 6-packs of Jim Beam now are like $38. Yeah, it's insane. But anyway, what a game. Who cares about the cost of living when we've just witnessed a game like this? Back and forth. I've got to say, a couple of moments there, I really, truly thought England were done. And honestly, they probably should have been. 19, what's that, pound or euros? 19 pounds? So what's that in Australian? 19 pound to AUD. Yeah, Jesus. Oh, you probably already did the equation. That's why you said to me, yeah, okay. I understand. That's why you said to me 37. No, 37, I wish it was $37. So what you're saying to me, Dan Jam, essentially, is that I should be importing all my drinks. Basically. No, but then if I tried to do that, they would get me at customs. They'd hit me with a customs bill to make up the difference. Oh, my God. All right. Has everyone calmed down? 26-25, a game that literally went down to the final minute. I mean, all the way down to the wire. England getting the win, Italy getting the win over Wales earlier. So what does this do for the Six Nations table? Let's have a look. Six Nations rugby. We'll see if they've updated the table. They're usually pretty quick with these sorts of things. Table now. They haven't updated it. Wow, that's pretty poor. They're usually very, very quick with updating that. That's a little disappointing. SixNationsRugby.com. Goodness, where do I even find the table? Honestly, these sports websites are definitely a lot harder to navigate than they should be. Okay, here we go. France and England both on 6 points. It's the points differential that separates them. Scotland are in third at the moment, Ireland in fourth. But of course, that game is coming up tomorrow morning. We'll be here to bring you all the action on the Waste of Water Sports. Believe me, I am not going to miss a second of Six Nations rugby in 2025 if I can help it. I mean, sometimes life might happen and life may get in the way and I'm not able to cover a game. But the plan is I'm not going to miss a single second of Six Nations rugby this year. Poor old Wales down there at the bottom of the log. France and England up the top. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, Dan Jam, honestly, I don't know what it was, mate. I just had a feeling. There was something about Marcus Smith at fullback. Now, interestingly enough, it was Marcus Smith at fullback that led me to lean towards England. But, I mean, it was probably Finn Smith who ended up having the blinder of the game, right? Marcus Smith fell away a little bit towards the back end. Finn Smith stepped up. But either way, I had a feeling, and that feeling was correct. No matter how we ended up getting there, that feeling was correct. The victory for England, 26-25, all the way down to the wire. Good Lord. Well, yeah, Smith is a bit too inconsistent at the moment. I think he had a blinder of a first half. But he was very, very shaky when the pressure started to mount in the back end of the second half. But look, hey, I still love him. I'm not going to hold the back end of this performance against him. He's still my boy. And still one of my favourite players in international rugby. He might have just found a home at fullback, is what I'm saying, because honestly, Finn Smith is going to be very hard to replace at fly half after that tonight. Gianpolo Delalo, very happy for England. And very happy for those of us that predicted an England victory. Like myself and Dan Jam, who never once, at any point throughout the course of the night, lost the faith of an England victory. All right, Waste of Water Sports, thank you so much for being with us here for more Six Nations action. Look, it's 4:42 a.m. here for me in Australia right now, here in the land down under. It's been a big night. We've done NRL. We've now done 2 Six Nations games. I'm going to sleep. That's what I'm doing. And we'll be back tomorrow for more Six Nations. Just the one game tomorrow. Ireland versus Scotland. The Six Nations continues. I thank you so much for your company wherever you've joined us from in the world and whichever platform you've joined us on, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. To all the YouTube channel members especially, a very big thank you to each and every one of you for parting with your hard-earned and supporting what we do here on the Waste of Water Sports. And remember, wastedsports.com.au/games if you would like to participate in our tipping and fantasy leagues moving forward. wastedsports.com.au/games, or just go to wastedsports.com.au and you'll see the tipping and fantasy menu point that you can click on and find links to all our free-to-join tipping and fantasy competitions. Thank you so much once again. Appreciate each and every one of you, even if you're just lurking. All of you there lurking that didn't say anything in the chat, that's fine too. God bless you all. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Ireland versus Scotland. Until then, cheers. I'm empty.